Yep.
Welcome to Celebrity Interviews with Paul. I have with me today James. James is a member at Lutheran Church of the Master, a dear friend, and an insightful young man. He is also the host of his own channel, Watch James. And he has his own introduction because we're turning the tables today, and James is going to do the interview.
Hi viewers, it's me, Watch James, and as you knew in the beginning, I'm hosting my Pastor Paul Walters, in Lutheran Church of the Master, which in my opinion is a really great church.
And that's a very good opinion to hold, James.
Yes, and I have some questions for you.
Okay.
And the first one is, what is your favorite color?
I have come to love the color orange. I love
Really?
orange. My wife doesn't really like orange so much, but I love orange. I like that color. It's got like strength to it and vibrancy.
Any particular reason why, or you just naturally like it?
It just kind of like it. Not neon orange, but certain shades of orange, and there are certain shades of blue of late I've liked too.
Mm-hmm.
Orange,
Me
that's
too.
like my go-to. That's a good color.
Well, what is your favorite food?
I am like totally not picky about food. I love Middle Eastern food. I love Asian food with noodles. And I love whatever is for dinner tonight, particularly if I didn't have to cook it. But even if I do, I like it. I just like to eat food.
Okay, what's your favorite drink?
Coffee. I'd like more coffee and then some more coffee. I had two double espressos this morning at breakfast within an hour, and my wife thought I was crazy. And I was like, are you kidding? I'm just getting started. I need some more coffee.
Yeah, my mom drinks a little too, but not that much. Okay, what is your favorite activity to do?
I love riding my bicycle, even on the trainer in the basement indoors. I love going outside. I love seeing how far I can go and trying to keep up with faster people and being outside and pushing myself and feeling the air.
Kind of like the Mighty Gobble at Thanksgiving.
That's right. It's like the 5K. I used to be a runner, but then I got old and broken, so now I have to ride a bike.
Okay. Number 2, what place that you've traveled do you like the best?
Well, it depends on what I want to do. So I love the Beartooth Wilderness, the Absaroka Beartooth Wilderness in western Montana. It is stunning and gorgeous. I love backpacking and being like unconnected and nobody can call me, and I'm off in the wilderness where there's grizzly bears, and it's always good, as my Uncle Ed said, to go someplace where you know there's animals that can kill you. That's a good thing. Keeps you honest. But I have loved traveling to the Holy Land. I've loved being able to bring my family there. I've loved making friends there, and being in these places where Jesus was, in these ancient places, has just been amazing.
Okay, I have another question. What is backpacking?
Backpacking, that's where like you put all your stuff that you're going to need to live, your food, your shelter, your sleeping bag, your clothing, everything in a backpack, and then you walk into the woods for a week.
Kind of like Boy Scouts Plus.
Yeah, absolutely. Except we don't bring tents because those are too heavy. We just bring a roof.
Cool. Okay. So could you tell me some reasons why you love those places the best?
I love the wilderness. I love the wildness. I love being outside. I love the fishing. And there's just everything tastes better in the woods. All the food tastes better. The water is better. Everything is better. The Holy Land, I've made so many good friends. And when I get to bring people to the Holy Land, you see their eyes light up, and they learn more about Jesus, and they see the Sea of Galilee, and it becomes this holy, amazing place for them. And I love sharing that gift with other people.
I still want to go there one day.
I'll take you. We'll go. We'll make it work.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's better in the woods to me too. Like the water, the ale, the poisonous berries that you don't know what they are.
Well, you don't eat the berries, but yeah, I know. And even the food that you're like, yeah, this is okay at home. You make it in the woods, you're like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, we used to pick blackberries up at our cottage.
Oh, that's awesome. Nothing like fresh berries. Yep. Awesome.
And number 3, what is one of your future goals?
You know, I want to continue to learn and to grow and to continue to be excited about doing new creative things and coming up with new stuff to do and finding new ways. You know, in COVID, everything is different and kind of things that feels like they're all tossed up in the air. And so it's a great opportunity to kind of think about ministry and the church and what we're going to be and how we're going to do it in different ways, because kind of we get a reset in a way. So we can kind of evaluate, and that's exciting to me to think about what that's going to become.
Yeah. And what made you want to become a pastor?
Well, I always say I didn't really want to. I was forced to, because I was, you know, in the Lutheran Church, we talk about being called by the Holy Spirit. Like God says, this is what you should do. But we also talk about people around you who say, this is what you should do, right? So it's that, you know, your own sense, but also people around you. And when I was in junior high school and high school, I used to go to these youth retreats in Virginia, and I met so many cool pastors that were faithful and interesting and funny and witty. And they really inspired me as well, and helped me see that this was something I could do.
Okay, and number 5, what do you like best about being a father?
I love watching my kids grow and learn new things, and take on new things and accomplish new things. And I love kind of every stage in their life, and seeing them kind of the beginning of it, where everything is kind of hard and difficult, and then kind of growing into each kind of new thing as it comes, and just watching them discover the wonders of the world. It's beautiful.
True. So true.
What do you love most about being a son?
Mostly that you just have a family that you can be with and do stuff with. Like, you're not alone in this world. You got a family.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. If you could give me one piece of advice, what would that be?
I would say wherever you go, collect friends. And just keep collecting friends, keep making friends with people, keep connecting with people, because that is what fills your life with joy and wonder and awesomeness. And you know, every point in my life along the way, I've collected friends, and it's been a gift and a blessing, and they sustain me. And I have friends from high school I still keep in contact with, friends from college. I have a dear friend that I talk to every week who's I met when I first became a pastor 24 years ago. And we talk every week. It's just great. Great to have that connection. And he's my parents' age, but he's also a mentor and a colleague. It's wonderful. So collect friends everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for me today, James?
Not really, no.
To the end of the list, I always have one last question. My last question is always, where do you find joy? So where do you find joy, James?
Where I find joy is with my mom.
Oh.
Where I find joy is exploring nature.
Mm-hmm.
Where I find joy is science, anything science.
Awesome.
And the last thing that I find joy is just being myself.
That's a great place to find joy. Thank you, James. Thank you for interviewing me. You did a great job. You should make a habit out of this. We should find more people for you to talk to.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everybody. This was a special edition of Celebrity Interviews with Paul. And Paul was a celebrity this time. So thank you, James, for your work. Great to be with you. Blessings to you.
Bye, everybody.